Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nityananda. After this powerful darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his Lingotbhava form, let us now get ready and join for the next session, the next round of our power manifestation. Today we are manifesting the power of finding solutions through the third eye. Let us all quickly settle down and get ready to immediately, after being showered with this intense energy darshan, manifest the powers of the third eye.
Yes. So let's all get ready to enter into the power manifestation session. So before we enter into the power manifestation round and manifest the power of finding the solution to any problem using the third eye, let us look at the Shastra Pramana, that is the scriptural evidence for this power. So the scriptural evidence, the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, and the verse reads as Kapalantar mano nasya tishtan milita lochana kramena manaso dardhyat lakshayet lakshamuttamam.
The translation: by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed, in succession by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva.
So in this Shastra Pramana, Paramashiva himself is revealing how to manifest this power of the third eye, also giving the scriptural legitimacy to the science of power manifestation, the science of third eye. And now we will be moving forward to actually manifesting this power. For this power manifestation round, you would need a partner, a volunteer. You can manifest this power with a family member or a friend, anyone who's there sitting next to you or in the same house as you, where you are. Or you can even call a friend or any family member if they are away from you, and you can request them so they can, you can manifest the power with them. If none of these options are available for you, you can even partner up with some other participant in the Zoom room where you've joined for Paramashivoham, and together you can manifest this power.
At this point, we also want to warmly invite all the viewers from YouTube and Facebook to join us in the Zoom sessions every day, to also have the benefit of the Nayana Diksha, the two-way video conferencing with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Yes. So now let's prepare ourselves, make sure we have the partner with whom we are going to manifest this power. So in this power manifestation round, what you're going to do is first actually ask your partner what is that question or that problem which they are seeking a solution to. All right. And you can then pen down that problem or that question. Once you have that question penned down, connect with Swamiji, chant Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, invoke that space of oneness, visualize Swamiji in your third eye, and then the question that you had just penned down, visualize you are putting that question in your third eye. Or you can even visualize that you are putting that question at Swamiji's feet, and Swamiji that you are visualizing in the third eye, putting that question in the third eye, and then connecting with Swamiji, continuing to chant the Mahavakya, and whatever is received in your third eye as the solution to that question, to that problem, you share it with your partner. All right. First, when you will receive the solution, you yourself will have that click, that cognitive shift. Once you have the cognitive shift, then you share it with your partner. And if you have had the cognitive shift, you will see that your partner will also immediately relate with that solution or that whatever was revealed in the third eye.
Yes, what a beautiful power, and so universally useful in our day-to-day life. When we come and face any kind of obstacle, we learn that we can simply connect and place the obstacle we perceive into our third eye and immediately receive the solution to the problem. This is really one of the powers we can use every day, and one of the great practices also.
Yes, it can be any problem, or it can be any something you need a breakthrough in, right? We are facing some obstacles or anything which you need a breakthrough, and you're not able to understand how to move forward and how to cross that barrier. What is actually the reason for you being stuck, or any other problem you might have, or any other deep seeking you might have, and you want to find out any truth or any secrets about, any aspect of spirituality or day-to-day life, anything it can be. Just put your question to the other participant, and they will put that question in their third eye, or they will place it at the feet of Swamiji, so to speak. And Swamiji will reveal in the third eye, since you're connecting with Swamiji through the space of oneness, he will reveal in the third eye the solution to that problem. So let's all now prepare and get ready for this power manifestation round. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in the straight line. You can sit on the floor or on the chair, whatever is comfortable for you. Visualize Paramashiva in your third eye. Imagine that Paramashiva himself has descended as Bhagwan Sri Nityananda Paramashiva from Kailasa. Meditate on this powerful cognition that you are Nityananda Paramashiva. Anything else that you think as your identity is a mere delusion, so just drop it. You are Nityananda Paramashiva and only Nityananda Paramashiva. Hold that space of absolute unclutching within to manifest the state of Paramashiva. Complete completion within yourself to manifest the space of Paramashiva. Oneness to experience the powers of Paramashiva. And intensely vibrating with Ajapa of Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, from your navel, chanting Mahavakya and letting it vibrate in your inner space, and deep feeling connection with Bhagwan to experience the being of Paramashiva. And meanwhile, also make sure you have your video camera turned on with the timestamp application, with the timestamp clearly showing on the screen itself, so that you can record yourself while you're manifesting this power. It will serve as a testimony to you manifesting the power, Sakshi Pramana, and proof. And also at the same time, it can be used to inspire others to also have a glimpse of this power manifestation, this science which Swamiji is gifting to all the humanity. All right. So now, let's get ready. We will be playing the Mahavakya. You can chant along with the audio. Ask your partner for the question, pen it down, start chanting the Mahavakya, put the question in your third eye, and start verbalizing whatever is being revealed, receive the powerful cognition, and experience the cognitive shift in yourself, share it with your partner, and see how they relate with it. So let's begin. Start chanting the Mahavakya.
Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now you can relax. If you have not shared it with your partner already, you can share whatever was revealed to you, whatever gave you that cognitive shift. When your own third eye revealed the solution to that problem, you can share it with your partner and get your partner's feedback as well. And you can also share your experience of this power manifestation in the chat or in the comments section, and let us know what was revealed to you, how you experienced, and how you manifested this power. If you have any doubts, any clarifications, you can also ask, and we'll be more than happy to clarify and guide you along with it. And it's also time for all of us to head over to the social media platforms and share our experiences there and enrich people as much as possible, inviting them also to have a taste of this power manifestation science and also receive all the initiations and powerful cognitions, which will help them to create and manifest the reality that they want in their life. And do not forget to use the mandatory hashtags, hashtag Kailasa, hashtag Paramashivoham, and hashtag Nityananda in all your social media posts. So with this, we now come to the end of this power manifestation session, and we will move to the next segment. The segment that we had just started before we switched over to the live darshan. And we will be continuing with that. And this segment is on the power of darkness. This is what we are going to enter into next.
Yes. Are you afraid of the dark? Almost all the civilizations, which are based on the outer world, are comfort-based civilizations. All these civilizations are afraid of darkness. That is why all these civilizations painted the devil as dark. Only the Vedic civilization had the courage to describe divine as darkness. For example, Bhagavan Krishna or Devi Kali are described as having dark complexion. Human beings are always afraid of darkness, especially after the invention of the light, the electronic devices. Paramashiva sees even darkness from the highest superconscious state. That is why he says even looking into darkness can become a path to enlightenment. He is not leaving anything, especially this technique can directly give you the glimpse or the click if you are afraid of ghosts or darkness.
Yes. There's a verse in the Shiva Sutras, verse number 87, which says, Evameva Durnishayam Krishna Pakshagame Chiram Taimiram Bhavayam Rupam Bhairavam Rupam Eshyati, which means in rain, during a black night, enter the darkness as the palms of palms. So this verse, which deals with the darkness from the Shiva Sutras itself, Paramashiva is revealing the sacred secret of darkness and how darkness itself carries the power to create a conscious shift in us and give us an opportunity or an opening to break our patterns, especially the pattern related to fear and the fear of unknown in particular. In Swamiji's own words, his guru, Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, who was my inspiration, he says, I have seen she will read even in darkness. Fortunately, even I am able to read in darkness, Swamiji says. Utter darkness. My disciples will be surprised. They will come and knock at the door. I will say, yes, come in. When they open the door, they may expect that when the lights are not there, I will be resting. But I would be sitting and reading, which is unexpected because Even in the absence of any lighting in the room, disciples would enter expecting Swamiji would be sleeping or resting, but he would be reading. He would be reading a book in that utter darkness. For 1 month, if you do not look into light so directly, any table light or any light, do not look directly. Do not watch television and regularly wash your eyes. You will get the ability to see in darkness. The technique of not seeing the source of light directly just for a month. Understand your mechanism, your biomechanism. The system which you are carrying is the best system. It is updated, upgraded, evolved. Here Swamiji is teaching us the technique to be able to see in the darkness, to be able to read in the darkness. He says, don't directly, just for a month, don't stare directly into the light source, any light source. It can be television, it can be laptop screen, mobile phones, or even the sun, for example. Don't directly look into the light source and continuously keep washing your eyes regularly. Within a month, you will get the ability to be able to see in the dark clearly.
See, in nature, before we developed all these technologies, we were able to function without any aid, without any support. But you will see the more support, the more external support you rely on, the less you will have the ability to perform the actions yourself. So this is a purification process where you can regain the abilities which are inert, which are inherent in your body.
Yes. And Swamiji says, today try to experiment. The moment you switch off the lights, your eyes automatically close, because that's how it's programmed. We never remain with open eyes in darkness, because we are programmed that way, to avoid darkness, to resist it. First thing, we are always afraid of darkness. The second thing, we never understood, or nobody taught us, in darkness also your eyes can function. So sacred secret which Swamiji is revealing about the darkness and the ability to see and function in the darkness as well, and at the same time not to be afraid of darkness. So here Paramashiva is not giving this technique for healing your eyes or increasing the ability of your eyes to see more. No, he is giving this as a technique for enlightenment. That is the most beautiful part. It is not just a technique to, increase your vision, or, improving your vision or your ability of your eyes to see in the dark. Of course, that all will happen. But fundamentally, Paramashiva is giving this as a technique for enlightenment itself. First, you need to understand darkness. Intense light and intense darkness is one and the same. Beyond certain frequency, you cannot see the light, and below certain frequency, also you cannot see the light. So it's a spectrum only that we are able to access and see with our physical eyes. Beyond that limit, beyond certain frequency, we are not able to see. And below that certain frequency also, we are not able to see with our two physical eyes. Like the sun rises and sets, but days. Light has a source, but darkness has no source. Anything which has a source cannot be infinite. Darkness has no source. That is why it's infinite. That is why we traditionally started meditating on darkness. The Supreme Point of Hinduism. Understand, this is one of my very favorite techniques. Because I lived for 10 years. I know darkness, meditating on darkness. Right understanding of darkness will change your whole idea of life and light. Since we have some issues, we're going to be right back after addressing these problems.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Param.
Yes, completing with the participants for the technical difficulties, we should be able to we should be audible now. So let us move back just a little bit and repeat the recent statements. First, you need to understand darkness. Intense light and intense darkness is one and the same. Beyond a certain frequency, you cannot see the light, and below a certain frequency, you can also not see the light. Light comes and goes, sun rises and sets, but darkness stays. Light has a source, but darkness has no source. Anything which has a source cannot be infinite. Darkness has no source. That is why it is infinite. That is why in the Vedic tradition, we started meditating on darkness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Sri Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivoham shares, understand this is one of my very favorite techniques because I lived in the forest for so many years. I know the power of darkness, meditating on darkness. The right understanding of darkness will change your whole idea of life and light. You will not be addicted to light.
Yes. A person who is not afraid of darkness will not fall into depression. Depression is nothing but a fight between your need for rest and your desire, which does not allow you to rest. Your inner space needs a kind of silence once in a while, a utter silence, relaxing into the deep darkness, the causal body. When the long, deep sleep is disturbed, by force your system puts you to rest, even while your body is moving. That is depression. Depression is the outcome of your misunderstanding and fear of darkness. In the night time, lie down in your bed, but do not fall asleep. You have to remain awake in darkness. You may have to find an ambience which is totally dark, where there is no external light. Your eyes have to be opened and it should be completely dark, dark sky. That's it. So Swamiji is here revealing about how to meditate on darkness and let darkness become a channel for us to overcome our depression and break our patterns of fear and even addiction to light. And let's now watch a short clip where Swamiji is taking us into deeper layers of understanding about darkness and the power of darkness. Let's listen.
today's question, then we'll enter into the sutras. Please explain, after doing the first exercise of expansion and concentrating and commanding our object in the water, how to practice meditating, feeling everything within. This is one of a very tricky question. Only after you do that first part, you will even be able to understand the second part. See, the technique itself is designed in such a way, there is a automatic security system. If you directly try the technique, you will not be able to understand. First, you have to master, and you must be able to move the object. Only then, you will even be able to understand intellectually the next part. Maybe, let's enter into this sutra. I'll explain how deeper and deeper layers of understanding happens to you from the same line. When you grow, the scripture reveals more. The same Shiva Sutra, if you read after having some deeper experience and higher consciousness, the opening will be much better. The understanding will be much deeper. Today's sutra, in rain, during a black night, enter that blackness as the forms of forms. Very powerful sutra. Understand, Mahadeva is asking us to meditate on darkness. Yesterday, both sutras are related to light. Today, both sutras are related to darkness. Today, two sutras, both of them are related to darkness. Our rishis saw even darkness. Mahadeva sees even darkness from the highest superconscious state. That is why he says, even looking into darkness can become a path to enlightenment. He is not leaving anything. Especially this technique can directly give you the glimpse or a click if you are afraid of ghosts and if you are afraid and if you are frightened about darkness and ghost. We can take a simple test. Night around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, without light, if you are able to go to the backyard, garden, and come back in a very relaxed way, without speeding up, without adding more speed to your steps, this technique won't help you. If you have that fear about the darkness and ghosts, this technique will straight away give you the glimpse. Because you are caught in that energy center. Releasing that will straight away lead you to superconscious experience. Human beings are always afraid of darkness, especially after the invention of the light. After the invention of the light, I have seen the Vibhudananda Devi, who was my inspiration. She will read even in darkness. Fortunately, even now, I am able to read in the darkness. Utter darkness it may be. Sometimes these guys will be surprised. They will come and knock the door. Say, yes, come in. When they open the door, they may be expecting, because light is not there, I will be resting. But I will be sitting and reading. They asked me, what happened, Swamiji? I said, I was feeling too lazy to get up and switch on the light, so I started reading. I have seen her reading in utter darkness. From her I learnt the technique. The simple technique. For 1 month, if you don't look at the light source directly, any tube light or light, don't look directly. Don't watch TV. Wash your eyes. Your eyes will get that ability to see in the darkness back. And of course, this technique. This technique and not seeing the source of the light directly, just for a month. Understand, your mechanism, your biomechanism, the system which you are carrying is the best system. It is updated, upgraded, evolved, developed than any animals. When cats can see in the darkness, sorry, not the cats which are growing in your homes, no. Wild cats can see in darkness. But I saw, unfortunately, the pets which are being brought in the homes, they are not able to see in darkness. They are struggling. But the wild cats and wild dogs, even now, I have seen in our ashram, in the night time they can see. When animals can see in darkness, why can't we? We lost that quality because we never remain awake during darkness. Either you are always with the light, the moment you switch off your light, you close your eyes. Sometimes both happen simultaneously, automatically. After you switch off the light, you don't even think you can see. You always close your eyes. Just try to experiment today also. Today try. The moment you switch off the light, automatically your eyes will close. Because that has become programmed. We never remain with open eyes in darkness. First thing, we are always afraid of darkness. The second thing, we never understood or nobody taught us, in darkness also your eyes can start functioning. Here, Mahadeva is not giving this as a technique for healing your eyes or increasing your ability to see. No. He is giving this as a technique for enlightenment. First, we need to understand the darkness. Understand? Intense light and intense darkness is one and the same. Beyond certain frequency, you can't see the light. And below certain frequency, you can't see the light. So intense light and intense darkness is practically one and the same. Light comes and goes. Sun rises and sets. But darkness stays. Light has a source. Darkness has no source. Anything which has a source cannot be infinite. Darkness has no source. That is why it is infinite. That is why in the Vedic tradition we started meditating on darkness. Understand? This is one of my very favorite technique. Because I lived in forests for so many years, I know the power of darkness. Meditating on darkness. That is why in our NSP program, the second level meditation workshop, whole night this technique will be practiced. In India we do one full 12 hours, people enter into this technique. Understand, you are born out of darkness. The darkness which exists in mother's womb. Darkness is not negative as you think. It is intense, healing, motherly, positive energy. Understand? The darkness which stays in your mother's womb is an intense power. When Shiva describes here darkness, he is not saying the empty vacuum darkness which is there in the graveyard. Not the Shunya, he is talking about Purna. The full, the darkness which is the power, which is energy, out of which you came, the mother's womb. The darkness which is there in your mother's womb is the energy out of which your body is created. It's called causal body. Karana Sarira. The Karana for your Sarira. Darkness is the Karana, root cause of your Sarira. Not only that, Even the sky, the space is an intense darkness. Space is not intense light, it's an intense darkness. The Vedic scriptures define the beginning of the creation. They define darkness was covered by darkness. Darkness was covered by darkness. That is the beginning, means the source, Karana. Movements of colors is what is this world. And base of that colors movement is darkness. Darkness is the screen. Movements of the colors happens on that screen. Darkness is the infinite base. When you go in the flight in the night time, if you see out, you can understand what I mean. The space is darkness. Darkness is the only thing which is. Anything else is added, comes and goes. Darkness is the base material for whatever is. That is why the energy which stays, which is inside your mother's womb, the darkness, creative energy, is what we call Mother Kali. That energy only is described as Mother Kali. Understand? Darkness is not negative as you have been taught. You have been given a wrong idea about darkness. You need to first understand about darkness with more clarity and more positive understanding. Only then you can do this meditation. If you are afraid of darkness, you can't enter into this meditation. You are always taught darkness is death, emptiness which happens after your death. You never realize the emptiness which existed before your birth is darkness. Now change the understanding. Darkness is not the emptiness which happens after your death. Darkness is the fulfillment, full energy which was there before your birth, out of which you took birth. This clarity can make you feel connected to darkness. That is why the Mother Kali was described as darkness. Kali means darkness. The very word in Sanskrit means intense darkness. That darkness is motherly energy, the womb out of which you took birth, the energy out of which you came out, the energy which was the source of your very being, very body. Understand? Your body is created out of the darkness. That is why the pregnant women sleep more hours. Traditionally, it is believed when a pregnant woman sleeps, you are not supposed to disturb. In India, even now, I have seen, they say that when a pregnant woman is sleeping, Brahma is coming and doing the creation. Only time the Brahma will be worshipped is the time when a pregnant woman sleeps. Even now I remember, in the families, villages, they will tell, hey, Brahma is doing his work, don't disturb. Means the creation is happening, the body is getting created. You are created out of the darkness which exists in mother's womb, Karana Sarira. Every day you fall into the same Karana Sarira, same energy, and rejuvenate your body. Your everyday sleep is nothing but going back to the same source of energy which is there in the womb. That is why all the pillows are imitation of the mother's womb. Pillow, bed, sleeping pose. See the sleeping pose. Everything is nothing but going back to the mother's womb, going back to the same energy, going back to the energy which exists in mother's womb. You are out of that energy, you are created out of that energy. Every day you go back to that energy and rejuvenate yourself. You rejuvenate yourself. You are recreating your body, repairing your body. You come out fresh, healthy, energetic. Kali is not, as we understand, a destructive force. No. She is the mother out of which everything comes out. Everything comes out. She is the mother of creation. And you can see her 4 hands. The right side, one hand will be giving Abhaya and another hand Varada. Left side, one hand the sword and one hand the head. Sword, head. The sword denotes the knowledge, and the head is a destroyed ego. When you cut your ego with the knowledge sword, you are protected and blessed. That's what she means. That is the meaning of the metaphysical truth expressed through Mother Kali's form. She is the energy of darkness. Understand? Right understanding about darkness will change your whole idea about life and light. You will not be addicted to light. Try this technique. It is a very wonderful technique, very powerful technique. In rain during a black night, enter that blackness as the form of forms. One more thing, person who is not afraid of darkness will never fall into depression. Will never fall into depression. Depression is nothing but a fight between your need for rest and your desires which does not allow you to rest. Your inner space needs a kind of a silence. Once in a while, a utter silence, relaxing into the deep darkness, the causal body. But your fear about the darkness, even the quality of sleep will be reduced if you are afraid of darkness. Fear of darkness, I have seen many people don't, so much of fear, they won't even fall asleep. They will come out. Unconsciously, they carry so much of fear of darkness. Even the quality of their sleep is disturbed. Quality of their sleep will be disturbed. They will not be able to have a long, deep sleep. When the long, deep sleep is disturbed, then you are ready for depression. By force, if your system puts you to the rest, even while your body is moving, that is depression. Part of you decides to do strike. That's all is depression. Because you are not paid the rest which is needed for them. If they work for so many hours, when they come back, you have to pay the rest. You are not able to pay the rest. Then they say we are going on strike. Part of you decides not to work. And unconsciously, they raise the board, we are on strike. That is what is depression.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्द.
Yes. So after this wonderful revelation about the power of darkness, let us now do a short meditation, the darkness meditation, so that we can actually put all these powerful cognitions into practice and get a knack of how to do this meditation, so that we can then practice regularly and reap the benefits from it. So let's now get ready for this technique, for this meditation. What we'll be doing is, you will be blindfolding yourself completely, so no light is able to come through the blindfold. So you can tie a blindfold around your eyes. Make sure that no light enters through the blindfold. It should be pitch dark in front of your eyes. No light at all, completely black. So blindfold yourself in such a way that you're able to keep your eyes open but not to see any light. So in that way, you should keep and should tie the have the blindfold on. Even if you open your eyes, you should not be able to see any light at all. So sit in this darkness, bringing more awareness to it. So be fully aware in this darkness and completely try to settle yourself in this darkness, meditating on this darkness. And I should say, even completing all the fears and any patterns that come up, reliving them and dropping them, completing them. And continuing with that restful awareness, looking deep into that darkness, meditating on it. So now, let's enter into the meditation. So we'll be playing a soft music for all of you. So make sure you tie the blindfold, and let's all now begin. Yes. You can all now relax. Remove your eye bands if you have not removed them yet. So this is a meditation, a very powerful meditation, which you can replicate at your home and do it regularly to get all the benefits, to go beyond your fear of darkness, to let the darkness reveal its secrets to you and experience that deep healing at the level of the causal body, which happens when we do this meditation on darkness. So with this, we will now move to the next segment of today. This section is going to be on the topic of senses, the senses which are a gateway to awareness, and how senses can be a gateway to awareness, not sensory pleasures, but awareness. So let's all start and enter into this session. So please come into the space of listening, keeping your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. So before we move into the aspect of senses in particular, Swamiji wants us to understand something that is internal and external wandering, what that really means. So any thought which comes while your eyes are closed can be classified as an internal wandering. The thoughts which flow inside you related to the outside objects will become external wandering, but the identity which you carry will become internal wandering. In the beginning, whatever you think as external wandering, slowly you will realize that they all are internal wandering. And whatever you think as internal, they all are external wanderings. So now bring in the awareness to your senses all the time. At the start of sneezing, during fright, in anxiety, above a chasm, flying in battle, in extreme curiosity, at the beginning of hunger, at the end of hunger, be uninterruptedly aware and liberate yourself completely from it. That is the Shiva Sutra, where Paramashiva gives us the technique of entering into awareness, that restful awareness through the route of senses, by using the senses, in fact. So in all these junctures, for example, at the start of sneezing, just at that moment when you are about to sneeze, catching that moment and putting our complete awareness at that point, or during fright, or in anxiety, or above a chasm, or flying in battle, in that extreme mix of fear and adrenaline, or in extreme curiosity, for example, at the beginning of hunger and at the end of hunger. What to do in that moment? Be uninterruptedly aware and liberate yourself completely from it.
It's really beautiful to see how Paramashiva himself is just taking every opportunity to prepare us to get enlightened, every opportunity we can use to manifest the consciousness, the supreme consciousness, Paramashiva himself. As we just meditated on the intense darkness, which was also given as a technique for enlightenment itself, just using every moment when you are aware or unaware, just having that trigger, every situation as a technique for enlightenment.
Yes. In fact, just continuing on this, building on this aspect, when Paramashiva is leading us into using our senses, using our five senses, and in our quest to achieve enlightenment, even using senses as the powerful tools and techniques to lead us into that space of oneness and restful awareness. Swamiji says 5 senses by its very nature go outside, and look at the world, that is Jagat. So by their very nature, our senses look outside. They are directed outside into the world or Jagat. Eyes are created to look outside and inside. World is given life by your vision. Same way, experience of divine is also given life by turning your vision inside. So when we turn our vision outside, when we are looking outside through the senses, we see the world, we see the Jagat. The whole world comes to life. When the same vision is turned inwards, the divine comes to life. God comes to life. So when you start looking inside, a clear, serene vision will happen. Paramashiva gives a very beautiful technique to turn the senses inside and experience Ishvara, that is God. So when your vision is turned outside, Jagat comes to life, and when it is turned inside, Ishvara comes to life. Jiva, that is the individual soul, is the point where you can decide whether you want to look at the Jagat outside or Ishvara inside. When you see externally, the world hides the God. And when you look internally, God hides the world. At any point of time, you either see world or you see God. Because either you can look outside or you can look inside. Either you can direct your senses outside and see the world, or you can direct your senses inside, inward, and see the divine, see the God. Fortunately, you can have only one thought at a time. That is why liberation is possible. At any point of time, you have only one enemy in front of you, not the whole army. Right? So that is exactly why liberation and enlightenment is possible. Because no matter how much of mental chatter you have inside, but at any given point of time, you only have one thought. So one thought at a time. It's easy. Just you have only one enemy in front of you to defeat, not the whole army. So let's also now look at another short clip by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, when he will be taking us into a deeper revelations about this aspect. Let's look into it.
Both of them have happened in me at least few thousand times. Only then the mind breaks, mind unclutches and enters into enlightenment. Understand, the peak and valley should happen few thousand times in the system. Only then system gets bored of the mind, the nagging mind, and diverses. Taste, you will start feeling continuously inside the throat. The experience of the Amrita will start happening. And a beautiful, clear, serene visions will start happening inside. Whenever you start looking inside, you look beyond fear and greed. Whenever you start looking outside, you look through fear and greed. World is given life by your vision. Same way, the experience of the divine also given life by turning your vision inside. Jagat or Ishvara. If your vision is towards outside, Jagat comes to life. If your vision is towards inside, Ishvara comes to life. Jiva is the point from which you can decide whether to look at the Jagat or to look at the Ishvara. In the Vedic tradition, these three concepts are basic concepts: Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. Jiva means the individual self. If the individual self is operating externally, if it is functioning towards the outer world, towards the outside, it sees the Jagat, means world. If it is going inside, if it is turning in, it sees Ishvara, divine. That is the reason the psychological revolution is a basic necessity for spiritual life. Clarity on Jiva, individual self, Ishvara, God, the Jagat, world. Clarity about all these three is what we call psychological revolution. Having a clear, true vision about these three is a basic need for any growth, any achievement. Even the people who achieved something in the external world, they have some clarity about the world, about the Jagat. That is why they are able to achieve. They are able to have much more than what others afford to have, what others are able to have. Shiva gives a very beautiful technique to use the senses which are by its own nature going out. By its own nature, senses are outgoing. Senses look at the Jagat. Shiva is very beautifully giving us a technique to turn the whole thing in, to see the God, Ishvara, to experience the divine. Look lovingly at some object. Do not go to another object. Here in the middle of the object, the blessing. Just yesterday, one of my ashramites was asking me, Satyananda was asking, Swamiji, in one of your discourses you said, we don't worship idols, we worship through idols. But suddenly, day before yesterday's discourse, the first day Shiva Sutra, you said, deity is God, deity does not represent God. Is it not contradicting? Seemingly contradicting. Understand? Seemingly contradicting. Understand the first statement? We don't worship the idol, we worship through the idol. Second statement, deity does not represent God, deity is God. Worship through idol happens only when you feel deity is God. Not when you feel deity represents God. When you think deity represents God, even then there is a gap between you and the divine. You have some idea. Only half of your energy will pay attention and devotion to this object which is in front of you. See, basically, you cannot conceive the idea of God or divine as long as your mind is functioning in the physical frequency. as long as the body and mind is functioning in the physical frequency, naturally you cannot conceive, you cannot understand something which is beyond your frequency. In the dream state, you cannot conceive a life or consciousness in the waking state exists. You cannot remember, you cannot understand anything about waking state in the dream state. Whatever idea you may have about your waking state, in the dream state is only idea, not the reality. Not the reality. In the same way, in the waking state, you cannot have any idea about the superconscious state, about the divine. So naturally, you need to have something which you can connect or relate. When you really disappear into that, only then you experience the higher conscious state. It's like a strong nightmare. How it wakes you up, how it brings you out of the dreaming state. See, your whole inner space, when you are dreaming, your whole inner space should be shaken by any one object. Only then you will come out of the dream. For example, you are dreaming as if a lion is chasing you or an elephant is chasing you. And the dream itself, you have an idea. I think in the form of elephant, my own desires or fear is chasing me. You won't get up. Surely, you will not wake up. Only if you are sure, yes, elephant is chasing me, lion is chasing me, you will wake up. You will be awakened. You will come to the higher state, to the waking state. Same way, during the worship, only if you feel deity is God, not, oh, I know about God, that energy is represented by this deity. No. Then again, your ego, what you know about God, only you are worshipping, not the God itself. Worship means where you need to lose your ideas. You need to lose your ideas about the divine. Only then the divine will start expressing itself. That is why deity is God. Do not think deity represents God. Only when you understand deity is God, worship through the idol happens. Till then, you will be doing only idol worship. There is a very beautiful sutra. Of course, this is also given by Mahadeva to a rishi, to another one disciple. It's a Tamil verse. Let me repeat that and I'll translate. Marathil maraindadu mamada yanai, marattai maraitadu mamada yanai, parathil maraindadu parmudal bhudam, parattai maraitadu parmudal bhudam. Let me literally translate, then we will understand this sutra. There was a beautiful statue of elephant carved in teak wood. When you see the elephant, the idea of wood disappears. When you see the wooden statue, the idea of elephant disappears. When you see externally, the world hides the God. When you see internally, God hides the world. Very beautiful description. Understand, you can never have an idea, wooden statue and elephant at the same moment. Fortunately, you can have only one thought at a time. You are blessed. One thought at a time. That is why liberation is possible. That is why liberation is possible. Actually, as you think, you do not have a huge army of enemy in front of you. Enemies in front of you. You have only one enemy at any point. At any point, at any time, you have only one enemy. You do not have army of enemies in front of you. We don't understand that. Either this moment you will see that as an elephant or wooden statue. The next moment you may see in the other way, but not both ideas in the same moment. Same way, either you see the world or the God. When you see the whole thing as divine, suddenly the world disappears. Parattai maraitadu parmudal bhudam. All the 5 elements as hidden, it has covered the divine. Parattil maraindadu parmudal bhudam. When you have the intense vision to look deeply, all the 5 elements disappears into the divine. If you see the deity, you cannot see the statue. If you see God, you can't see statue. If you see statue, you cannot see God. You can see only any one thing. Only when you see the deity as God, you will lose yourself. Worship through the idol will start happening. Worship through the idol will start happening when you lose yourself into the deity. When you know for sure the deity is alive. I have so many wonderful stories. The moment I remember the power of this deity, the power of experiencing deity as God, I remember so many stories. One story from my own personal experience. Of course, I would have told this story many times, but it's okay. I love to tell this story. It is such a wonderful story. I was traveling in Gujarat. I always remember that elderly lady and respect her. Like how I remembered yesterday, Swami Lakshman Ju. I can say this lady is surely lived in the same consciousness of Gopikas or the Krishna's Anga Devatas, the Krishna's divine companions. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to see this lady. I used to go from village to village. I'll walk easily. I was able to walk 60 kilometers per day. Morning I'll start, and after all, healthy young man, what is there? Just 60 kilometers. By evening, about the sunset time, I'll decide where to stay. In the nearest village, I'll decide to stay. Then after a few days, if I feel like starting, again I'll start. Gujarat is land of God. It is I was always told that calling God is local call in Kerala. In Gujarat is an intercom. Not even local call. It is an intercom. Now it is the land of divine. So still Bharat is alive in Gujarat. I always feel as long as Gujarat is alive, Bharat will be alive. I always bless. I remember Gujarat and bless. Always. Understand? Feeding sadhus is such a wonderful thing. Even if you feed 2,000 useless guys and one enlightened sadhu, it is worthy. Because that sadhu's good feeling will save the whole place. It will just save the whole place. As long as Gujarat is alive, the Bharat Dharma will never die. It will be alive. It will be kept alive. I can say for sure, not even once in my wandering days in Gujarat, I had any little struggle for any need or I need to ask anybody to be taken care. That is the greatness. of that Bharat culture. Today we had Maheshwara Puja, giving food to the sadhus, and the tradition is alive with respect in Gujarat. You see, there are many other places, they may give food, but they may make that person stand in queue and give like, but in Gujarat I have never seen, unless they give food to the sadhus, they will not eat. They will not give after they eat. If they have eaten, they will cook fresh food and give, or they will give the material to cook for himself to eat. Sadhus are never treated as beggars. Such a wonderful place. It is actually that culture still keeps many enlightened masters again and again happening. Because somebody who wants to do research in the inner science cannot afford to take up a regular job. You need to give him some time, some energy to do the research and go through all the confusions of ups and downs. See, the worst depression and the peak joy, both of them have happened in me at least few thousand times. Only then the mind breaks, mind unclutches and enters into enlightenment. Understand the peak and valley. Only then system gets bored of the mind.
Yes. This beautiful sharing, how love can really transform your life, and the greatness you can experience even at the roadside. Let us now get ready to enter into the final round of today's power manifestation. We're going to once more scan through our third eye and search, request for the solution of a problem. In this round, let us all pen down a problem that we are facing in our own lives and request a solution for our own problems. If you want, you can also share these problems here in the chat. Sit with the powerful cognition that you have a third eye, which is awakened by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, by connecting to him in the space of oneness, in the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, in the deep unclutching, simply by sitting and connecting to Swamiji in oneness. You can immediately receive the solution as you shine the light of consciousness into the darkness, which is the obstacles that you are facing. Let us now take a moment and pen down one aspect where you feel you need a solution in your life. And then let us sit with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. You can start humming or chanting the Mahavakya out loud and connect to Swamiji. Visualize his sweet smile in your inner space as you remember the powerful cognition that you are empowered to receive the solution for any problem immediately through your third eye. This now begin this round of the power manifestation.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now settle down. As we come to the conclusion of this round of the power manifestation, you can share your powerful cognition that you have received through your third eye here in the chat and let us know what is the solution that has been revealed to you as we come to the conclusion of not only this round of the power manifestation, but the entire day of this Paramashivoham Level 2. We want to thank all the participants who have been here until the very end of this day. And we want to warmly invite you for tomorrow's session, where we are going to learn everything about the sacred feminine consciousness and how to awaken it in us. Thank you all so much for joining and attending the sessions, interacting in the chat. Many of you are very active here in the chat. Yes. Thank you all so much.
Yes, so we will now be closing. our day with the Purna Mantra, invoking the space of completion within us, and also showing our gratitude towards Swamiji, towards the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, for giving us this opportunity to experience the superconscious breakthrough within us and also sharing it with others. So let's now fold our hands in Atmanjali Mudra and chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam.
Thank you all. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam.
Ananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham